Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, this live stream, um, you're welcome. It's bank holiday today in the UK, so and I'm off today, so it works for me today while I'm doing a live stream today. You're welcome once again. Okay. So I want us to talk about this Pastor Toby's and the footballer's wife case. I know majority of people have seen the same thing, but as in the case of maybe they're having an affair, she got the guy's money and transferred to Pastor Toby, and one thing. Okay, the angle I want to start talking from is the financial trust, your finance. How should you trust your whole finance on your partner, on a relative, considering the fact that if anything happens tomorrow, this person is in total control of your finance. If anything happens, that maybe you're on life, you passed on, or you guys have a serious disagreement that this person could wipe anything out, you will only be saying, she controls my destiny, he controls, but you cannot have evidence because they will wipe everything out. People that are very close to you, that have the total control of your finance or anything you're earning, that they have total control of it. The devil can come through them at any time, can use them at any time. If you guys have misunderstanding, they can wipe your memory out. You might still be working, you might still be alive, but you don't know everything going on about your life. My reason for bringing this topic today, because I see relatives do this. Is it advisable for you to allow your relative, your close relative, your siblings, your spouse to be in total control of your account? Should we try and weigh the negative side and weigh the positive side, then see which one is better? Definitely one might outweigh the other. For example, one can have 4 points while the other one has 2 points. But the other one that has 2 points might have heavier weight than the one with 4 points. How should we deal with this? Giving your spouse, your family member, total control Total control of your finance. For trust's sake. Yeah, people will say outsiders, they can dupe you, they can do this one, but a family will always be a family. It hurts more when the family um when they do what they're not supposed to do, what is not expected. Oh, Coach Mary, you're welcome. Good afternoon, ma'am. Happy Monday and best week. Thank you. Happy Monday to you too, ma'am, and best week to you. It's not even showing that you're here. It shows I'm just the only one here by myself. So I was talking about I was just trying to bring out a point about the ongoing issue that we saw about in UK based would I say UK based Nigerian pastor, Pastor Toby, and the footballer's wife that were going on. Let me see if I can put their video that actually always bring it a difficult but necessary conversation. Many thanks for this. Thank you, ma'am. So the guy was dating uh maybe this will give us a clearer picture. Now we heard they had issue, and the lady is a lawyer and she's in control of the guy's money. Rumor have it that this the lady has been sending a money to this Pastor Toby, and this Pastor Toby has once had, I don't think it's even once, but he's had his own scandal about. There was a time his church were actually closed down here for, I don't know, for weeks or so, or months. Um, they were said to investigate him. Um, Something to do with money issue as well. I think I got so curious about his case when I heard that it was kind of, would I say, brainwashing the youth to get their student loan, and they will start contributing that to him. I had to call my own children, my girls, that they should not go into such at all. Um, so parents has to be very watchful. And when I say month later, we started seeing him. The video started going on social media where he was mentoring the youth. I think he was just trying to just cover up the story that was going on. Okay, so the guy has had one thing or the other going on with him, but this footballer actually wanted to bring up um the write up so that I say the word to word and not go and say something else. So now they are leaving themselves, and when couples are having issue and they're talking about divorce, or they're suspecting that the lady is being with someone else, next people will start speculating, start talking about DNA, DNA, DNA. It seems every time a couple are having issue, DNA is the next thing people are talking about. They forget that all those things they are saying and mentioning these children would definitely see it very soon, because the time goes so fast recently, of recent now. Like the way these children grew up, and what we knew when we were in our youth, well, if no, when we were as a teenager, what we knew, uh, they got to know it like in their own 8 9 years. We don't expect things that we don't even expect that they can know at social age. You'll be surprised that they know it. People are not conscious of all these things that they're always talking about. Couples DNA, this one DNA, that one DNA. Are they actually thinking of the children's what the few children are going to be facing in the near future? I don't think they have that in mind at all. All they just want is DNA and the implication of all these things on the children. Now, like I started that, is it advisable for people to put their entire uh what's it called finance to just put that on their family member, their spouse, your relative? Who is advised? People will say, yeah, your family member is the best to entrust your finance with. Should you have a second thought, or should you spill them into two in case this one did not work, the other one will work? You're welcome, Olufunke. Lots of trust issue in relationship these days. A lot is really happening. A lot is happening, like things that we don't hear that those times, but now any single thing, if anyone cough, bam, social media. If anyone sneeze, bam, social media. It seems people now use social media to communicate with, I'm even saying people, couples in relationships. Social media seems to now be the voice. Anything, they are not even thinking of the implication of all these things on maybe their children, especially people that have children already. You're welcome again, Olufunke. I'll drop the link now, and I'm trying to put that right up on the screen so we're able to read together. God help me, I have so many things on my phone that I need to deal with. So many things I recorded I did not, and eventually I haven't posted. I need to just get rid of them. If anyone would like to come up, that'll be fine. Keep saying it and save. Um, what is your advice about, having a close relative as um, the one that is in charge of your entire finance? Like I said, if anything happens, uh, should we think of it that this person can also, they can unlife you, they can silence you while you're still living. They can wipe someone's memory. They say money is the root of all evil. Let me see if this will work. Maybe we'll be able to read that on screen. Now, to having a fear is very difficult. It's not that difficult with people anymore. Things that people were really really hiding then, now they don't even care. They know, pam, they're on social media. No problem, ma. Thank you. Thanks for coming, ma. This is really sad situation. Just, yeah, it is. And this thing has been going on for a while now. And this Pastor Toby, this Pastor Toby, I said a few minutes ago that I had to warn my children about, because there was a time we heard he was, would I say, manipulating, brainwashing the youth students then to, once they get their student loan, they will kind of, I don't know how they tender it to him, maybe some big portion of it. He was using that to boost himself. And some were able to come on here to complain, to rant, how they didn't know, how they thought it was helping, why he said that they gave it up willingly. There was a lot going on. And I'm saying to myself, as a student, Why do we expect them to pay that thousands of money like that? Why is this the money they are still going to pay back later? This is a loan from the government. So, as a pastor, why do you think they should be putting that big amount of money, huge amount of money? They should be pouring that in your church just because they want to believe that God is going to provide. So, is a case I don't know where to start it from. Like, is used to it. It's something that he loves. Oh, I can see you, Auntie Funke. Let me put my distance off then for now. Hey, Laurentia, you're welcome. How are you? Thank you for coming. Let me put this thing off.
Good evening, good morning. Hello, everyone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? I think you're churching.
Church. The 5:30 ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ service.
Okay.
Just early. Yeah.
You're welcome. Your face is shining.
It's not shiny. It's just shiny. I'm not feeling too well. My face is just shining.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, is the sun.
How's the day going? There's a public holiday today. The kids, they didn't go to school today, so I had time.
Children's Day, Abby.
Yes, today is Children's Day, so they are home. So
we have public holiday today as well.
Okay, you have a holiday day too.
Yeah, bank holiday today as well.
Okay. Yeah, so this topic is a very pathetic one. I heard the last statement you said before I joined. You said it's very easy to have extra marital affairs these days. My sister, my auntie, it's very easy.
They are not ashamed anymore.
Let me give you one. Let me give you one that happened to me recently. Whenever I'm traveling to school, I used to meet a lot of policemen checkpoints. You know how it is in Nigeria, that they will stop you, check your particulars and everything. But most of the time, when I meet them, is either they want to take my number, is either they saying all those things, flirting at you and all. So there are a lot of their numbers I have written down, but I will not save it on my phone. But this one happened the last time I went to school on that was on Wednesday, last week Wednesday. So the first question he asked me was, "Are you married?" I said yes. Said, do you stay with your husband? I was like, do I stay with my husband? I said yes, even though I don't. We are not together for some time. Like he doesn't live where he's working. Do you understand, Sha? Yeah. So, and I was like, I live with my husband. So what's the point? He said, okay, because he wants us to be friends.
Personal questions. Oh God.
He even said, how old am I? He said, as he's looking at me, that he will be like 20 years older than me. Then
what's he looking for then?
I said, okay, you take my number. I said, I can't take your number. If you give me your number, I will not store it on my phone. He now said, okay, you can use this way I'm going to. He said, you can use sister something to store my number. Imagine. He was giving me the options of how to deceive, how to go around it so that my husband will not know. Even if he calls me when I'm at home with my husband, if the call brings out a name of sister, gifts, no, my husband will be like, maybe it's one of my friends or one of the
church. Sister Deborah.
That was the option that man gave me. Use me sister something to store my number now. And I was like, do people really think like this? So people really do all these things. So there is a woman out there that would actually store the number of a sugar daddy, a sister, something. And there are men outside that store the number of their side chicks as a plumber, battery charger, mechanic.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for people to cheat these days. It's very easy for people to do a lot of on what's the English? In but things that is very irritating to hear. This issue of this footballer and his wife, I know is this case of husband always in England or whatever club he's playing for. All those footballers, they are not always at home.
They are not always around. They will need to train, and a lot is going on.
They camp there most of the time. They are in camp most of the time, training, going for tournaments, going for leagues and all. And the wife will be probably in Nigeria in one estate, enjoying the money that this guy is making, sweating his behind out for. And look at, maybe probably in the course of the husband not being around, the wife needed, in her own mind, maybe she needed companionship or whatever she needs, and then that pushed her to having affairs. Although there is nothing to justify having extramarital affairs. There is nothing to justify it. It's not you are done with the relationship, you can part ways. This man has been a footballer before you met. Although we have not heard our own side of the story, but
there was something I heard from.
Okay,
people were talking. Let me just look at that video.
Yeah, so that's just it. If you can't cope with him being away for a long time again, it's something you can talk about. You can even relocate to wherever country he stays more. If he's playing for an European club, he's going to be playing around Italy, around Spain. You can relocate to a country that is near to where he's going to be playing most of the time. Then you'll be closer. Money is not the issue now. It's not like you are poor. They are not poor. They are not a poor family that can't afford to move their families. So I don't know why such would happen. And then another thing that I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that these guys that are into sports, that they don't like them having much intimacy with their spouse,
because it's going to weaken them from performing
on playing and everything. Probably that could be the problem as well. Maybe even when he comes around, he's always been stingy with. He's been stingy.
You're going to turn this with me on?
Because he wants to save his energy for the football club. Who knows? So there is a lot of what if that we don't know. We don't have the answers for. But like I said, nothing guarantees a woman. Nothing on this earth guarantees you bringing another person's child to give to your husband. That is the height of it all. The children, not even a child this time around, children. Where is this man going to start from? Bringing children that are not his own, and he has spent a lot on them. It's not even about the money now. What about the emotional investment that this guy has placed on these children? He's not going to recover from it. Three old children. No, it's the height of it all. So, but is there anything that has been heard from this lady? Like, what's her excuse? What's the reason behind what she did?
There was this thing I heard. Let's listen to this first before I even respond to that. I hope I'm doing this from the right place. Let me share screen. Share screen. Which one am I even sharing? Sharing screen. It's been a while I've done this, Okay, can we not hear it? Oh.
I just woke you up again.
You didn't wake me up. Stop making this. Stop making me even feel more bad. You did not wake me up. It's my birthday. Yes. Let me tell you something. Yeah? You always feel that you can always tell me, like, I need you to take a rest. Do you honestly feel that I don't want to rest? See, when was the last time I spoke with you? You didn't think that I didn't call you because I wanted to rest. My balloon girls, they actually slept in my home. Everybody is up in this house. Everybody, as I'm talking to you. I've been awake since 12 mid-morning. You think people would not call, you think you deliberately didn't want to call me in order to give people chance to call me. What's that? That's heartbreaking. Like, you think I want to hear their voice before yours? The last time we spoke was in the evening. I just left you. The last message we started. I've been sleeping.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
Fine.
Alright, just feel bad that I just woke you up again.
You didn't wake me up. Stop making this. Stop making me even feel more.
Hey, God have mercy. Let me see if I'll pass.
It's my
Which one is
birthday.
making you feel
Yes,
bad?
let me tell you something. I always feel that you can always tell me, like, I need you to take a rest. Do you honestly? My balloon girls, they actually slept in my home. Everybody bad. You did not wake me up.
Anyway, let me pause that for now. Let's go back to our.
Okay, birthday.
Pardon me.
That one's on our birthday. That was on our birthday.
I saw this one today. I don't know, maybe I don't even know when, but because initially I was saying maybe who knows, maybe there was nothing between them. You know the way people can just join two things together. Maybe he's not even they're not dating, but from the look of things, they're having affair. Too much if too much uh would I say closeness to um man of God, woman of God. Something else starts creeping in, which is
Why expect your pastor to call you first on your birthday for what?
he said the pastor did not call on time. The pastor
No, she
wants other
was
people
not
to talk
upset.
to her. Eh?
Uh,
She said, who told you I want to hear their voice first?
uh, oh,
Oh, see your friend now. Eh? It's not those people. I don't want to hear their voice
yeah,
first, even not even our own husband. It is the
yeah.
pastor's voice, and it's how gullible women are
She
sometimes.
has been
And
love struck. Love struck.
yeah, like hold on, please. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hmm. Serious matter. Hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's not. She's not even talking about our family members, our loved ones. Of course, pastor is our loved ones now. Abi, what am I
Oh, oh.
speaking?
So my
I'm
pastor will
speaking
tell me at
unspeakable.
any point like that.
Eh?
That kind of love is more than the love of a pastor to a church member.
They
It's
are
something else.
they are dating. Can you not see the audacity the way she was talking? So I said, of course, there's things between them, but entrusting does since the guy knew. You're welcome, Loresia. Sorry, just to you're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Loresia. If you can hear me,
Yes, I can hear you. Can
you're
you hear
welcome.
me?
Thanks for coming. Yeah, I can hear you. Thanks for using the link and joining us. So we're talking about Pastor Toby and I think Sandra is her name. Is it Sandra or Laura also? And but I wanted to come in from the angle of entrusting all finance with your loved ones, relative. Of course, they will say if it is outsiders that they won't treat you well, but your loved ones will always be your blood. They will have your best interest at heart. But at the same time, is it not something that one should weigh? That what if something else happened? And also discussing this issue of DNA that people always that's the first thing once they hear married woman is having an affair, they'll quickly say, oh, maybe they should go and do DNA. Maybe the good children are not even if the children are old, like my age or older than my age, they will say they should go and do this DNA. And why is it that's one of the first things that people are always thinking of. They are not even putting into consideration the effect of all these things on the children's uh
Yeah,
in the near future, what they are going to feel.
that's the aspect I want to come in. That DNA aspect, Once it is mentioned, like you rightly said, when any issue is going on, the first thing the family, especially from the side of the man, will start demanding is DNA. If anybody is following up this Mohbad, dad, and
Yeah.
wife case, you should bear witness with me that that man's concern is no longer about the body of his son that has been in the morgue for months. is all about DNA. And if you've been following up truly, you should discover that the major reason why he is demanding for this DNA is not because he cares much, it's just because of the properties the guy that died has left behind. Obviously, from the look of things, he doesn't want that little boy to inherit anything. And he is thinking that anything the boy inherits directly or indirectly goes to Wumi. I've been following up the case, even the video he made 2 days ago in the interview. The man's concern is just the properties. So when people talk about DNA, let us ask the reason why this person is demanding for this DNA. And in the case of this footballer, we've not heard from him, we've not heard from the wife. It's just that post. And most of the times, bloggers who want to sell, they need traffic. So it's not everything bloggers post I always take to be the reality until we hear from the right sources. Yes, I've seen that of the footballer. DNA revealed that none of the kids is his. But the question we should ask before we bounce on the woman is, how true is that? Has the woman spoken? A professional said something last time, which I so much, I think I saved that video. I've always played it whenever I'm having a relationship talk show with some matured minds. I've always played that video. So the professional, she states in her approach, she said, one one test for DNA can never ascertain the reality of that result. That most results aren't true, aren't real, aren't professionally done. Can't the first is the only first DNA test can't prove if it is true that this case don't belong to this man. She said, just like we do lab tests, I want to use myself as an example. Do you know I have 5 different results of genotype? Do you know? The first was while I was entering university. So I did genotype test, and it was AA, fine. So while I was doing youth service, when I was sick, I served in the Ministry of Health. So I went there to do, because there, anything test, blood test, genotype, and the HIV test is necessary, compulsory, in fact. So it's part of any test they want to run that has to do with blood. These 2 tests are very, very important part of the test they would run. So the test I got was AS. I called my dad. My dad said it's a fake result, that my mom is AA and he too is AA. So where is the AS coming from? I said, I don't know. So I told them in that place that, look at what my dad said. They redid it again. It was same AS, Anyway, my mom was like angry. She said she was going to take me to this place. Let's read. My dad said, no, to be on a safer side, my dear daughter, don't bother yourself. It's not SS, right? So anytime you want to get married, you must be AA, please, to be on a safer side. Do you understand? So I just started carrying that AS. Okay. After university, another place while I was admitted in the hospital, they did this. It was AA. That was the 3rd result. I said, what is all this? So the 4th, and I said, okay, let me go to another place and check. I went to another place and different place and checked. It was AS. Now 4 different results. AA, AS. So now, why getting married? So my church demanded we do genotype and HIV. So, and they recommended a particular hospital owned by a white man, professionals. So we went there. I told my husband, I'm praying, because we've already done our traditional marriage, that I'm praying the result doesn't come out to be AS, because I was just carrying that. I didn't want to mention that AA. I was just carrying that AS to be on the safer side, So when we did this test, it was AA. I went in there to the lab. I showed them those 4 results. Lady said, okay, let's take it to the boss, which was a white lady. I took it to her. I explained. She ran another one. It was AA. She took it to another professional that was higher than her. That the man, a white man, ran another test. It was AA. They told me, you are AA. You aren't AS. Anyway, you did that AS was a fake result. They don't know what they are doing. Do you understand? That was the Ministry of Health where I got that AS. So now that was what made me to believe that even this DNA result can be unprofessionally done. Not every people that carry certificate around as doctors graduated very well, same as lab attendants. So who knows if this result may or may not be real. Before we crucify, let's consider that. Because that professional said, do it at 2 or 3 different places before you can believe that that result is not true. That's first. Secondly, another woman made the video and posted on Instagram. The bloggers carried it. She said, while she delivered her baby, while she was pregnant, she had done 3 different scans. It was all boy. Then, while she put to bed, it was a girl. You know, she said she went, she put to bed 2 CS. So when she came out of unconsciousness, she discovered it was a baby girl. She said, no, this is not her baby. They said, no matter, that's what we deliver. She said, no. They said, no, scan can not always prove it right. She said, 3 different can't lie. She started agitating, angrily, making noise, and gathering crowds in the hospital. So when the MD came and asked, they started running around. She started releasing curses on the nurses that delivered her, and cut long story short, at the end of the day, her baby was swapped. What if she never did created sin? What if it wasn't discovered at that time that baby was swapped? What if at the certain stage of life the baby fell sick and they want to check home the paternity, and they discovered the father, the woman's husband, isn't the father? They will quickly take it to infidelity. They will quickly take it to cheating. Things like this do happen. Another one is, did you see that video of a man calling for justice? Why he is AA, the wife is AA, but the daughter of 15 years is SS rather. So the baby has been suffering. He's been spending money on this lady, on this baby. Now he is calling on 1 million Nigerians to come to his aid. He is saying that this baby can't possibly be his while he is AA and the wife is AA. At the end of the day, when Nigerians came to his aid, they went to the hospital where the baby was delivered. They checked all the father, discovered baby was swapped. Can you imagine that? So I'm not just trying to justify that of the footballer's wife. Anything can cause that. It's not always cheating. It's not always infidelity. Until we hear from the woman how she cheated to the extent that all the babies, all the 3 kids, none is her husband. So let's not jump to conclusion. Let's not blame the lady only here until we hear from her. That is my own 50 kobo I want to add to this. Hello?
I mean, thank you very much. You said 50 kobo. It's not 50 kobo, it's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you for your contribution. You're welcome, Chison. Anyone, both goes. Thank you. You see the issue of DNA. If some parents are asked to carry out a DNA on their children, on us, we that we've grown to, starting, some can't even vow that this is who they had an affair with, that or the person that they had an affair, bless you, that maybe pregnate them. But some, we'll hear that, a woman knows who the father of their children is. It's not all of them. And this story that they are talking about, I'm not even sure if they had the DNA test done at all. I heard they said the lady has actually even responded to some of people's maybe posts or whatever. But I just don't feel like everything that when couple are having issue, that people will start suspecting that, oh, maybe it's because one of them are not being sincere in the marriage. And the moment they are facing that side, the next thing is, oh, maybe the children are not the biological the father is not the husband is not the biological father of the children. It has now become ding dong, like you just hold the bell, the thing will just make it anything. Their mind is just going there, like they don't think of anything else. Even if they finally perform the test and they carry out the test and everything comes out well, that thing is still, the children will know, this thing, they will still come to meet up with it. It will still be part of their story. Like people don't not get it. Like this social media is being used wrongly. Of course, it does help some people. I saw a video of a guy that I heard was being beaten when they were in the hostel, and the guy finally passed on. Social media can be okay, can be used in that.
University. Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah, so the guy you mentioned, Ajayi Crowther University, just have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Girl.
It can be used to, to call people out, or people, please, let's gather and let's fight for this thing. Let there be
Yeah,
justice. Let there be that. But when
just
it comes to DNA, hey, they will take it as if it's their the water that they drink. They,
I'm
like
telling
they
you.
don't know that it's also stressful. And if these children has grown to a stage where they can, they access internet easily, they will see all these things.
Their
Even the
mental health is at stake. Their mental
yes,
health is at stake.
they will see all these things. That thing affect them instantly at school, at home, even to get on social media, internet. They will be thinking that's the first thing they were going to see. When they get to school, they will instantly believe that people are looking at them, and they now
Yes.
confirm people are looking at them. It start disturbing them. Even greeting, they can't
Even to
perform
mix
well.
up
If
with
the teacher is
peers, even
teaching
to mix
them,
up with
it's not gonna they're
it's
not gonna
affect them.
concentrate.
Exactly.
People are not thinking of what this thing
Nobody
is will
considers
cause to
those
those children. It's just go and do DNA. Even if they've done it and it comes out well, it doesn't still mean that these children will just walk up in school and just be like, It's no, it still affects them. People
it
just
will.
take this DNA as if it's just pure water, like
Oh no.
anything. They should go and do DNA. They won't even let the matter get to a stage before they start suggesting DNA. From the
Yeah.
post, though, I don't believe that maybe they said that the way they said the guy is not the biological father of the old children. It's not because I'm a woman. It could be that people just speculate something else. So in case, and that's the truth, that it wasn't, of course, it's unfair. Would I say the lady might not know for the three? Even if she's not sure, if she wasn't sure for one of them, that, or maybe it's the
Anti-correct.
ma,
Don't
she
tell me
knows.
that. How would a woman not sure of who the it takes an infidel not to know, not to be sure of, oh, am I sure? Is
Because she's already house, she's already doing
it a
something
kid
outside. So maybe she's not sure of,
we are
maybe it's a don't be that has this that owns this one.
talking
Or it's
about? Is
Coyote.
it
Oh, your internet
a
is breaking.
It's broken.
Yeah, I think our internet is broken.
we were
Uh, It's freezing.
talking
Oh, let me in. Oh, so have I not seen you? Oh my God, I didn't see you since. So I'm so sorry.
Please, ma'am, let me go down. I was watching for the background. I just came. I want to
Okay,
cook.
thank you very much. Thanks for coming up. Auntie Chison, I didn't even see you. Thank God I just look at the screen.
Hello, my people.
Hello, Mama. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. Happy bank
Hello,
holiday.
Funke. Happy Memorial Day over here.
Happy bank holiday.
Hello,
Happy Children's Day
Laurencia.
to the Nigerians.
And to Nigerians.
Mm.
Happy Children's Day, right?
Yeah, Children's Day to them. Yeah, today.
Oh, glory to God. Now, wow, for this topic.
Now
So,
you are.
no be small thing.
Olufunke is giving it to me like, don't say she would not know. Do you believe that some might not know that, or maybe, or at least she knows she's messing around in, like, okay, she's messing around, but
Olufunka
trying
said that
to
she did not know.
no, I said maybe she might not know that
Okay.
all of them. Maybe she thought one, at least one would be, but she might not know that all of them are not Kayode's the footballers' children. I only Funke just gave it to me like no. She knows. Do you not think that sometimes, do you think she might not know three of the children are
My
not?
dear. My 1 cent is, see, somebody once said, make we leave these people, make them live their life. And we
Mm.
will be saying everything, but we can never stop until people start to live right. They're creating content for us. So we must be talking, we online in-laws.
In-laws.
Because if this did not happen, you will not just get up this morning and use Kayode as your thumbnail. For what now? Now your brother or now your family. People kept bringing up evil every day. Somebody said in one of his videos that we kept calling na devil, na devil. Devil don't tire for our matter because we have not seen this devil once, but we keep calling devil. It is we human beings. How will this kind of thing happen? We might say that the first baby mistakenly, maybe she was pregnant before she got married, which is still an eyesore, which is still something that should not
Even
be
happen.
reckoned with at all. You're about to get married, you still have boyfriend. But I might say it, and some other people will be like, you might not know now. You might not know. Okay, you might not know. And the thing clicked while you're already preparing for your traditional marriage, and it's still there. The planning, everything went, and baby came forth. And you are comfortable in that home living with that man. What a mess. Hi, Funke, welcome back. Good to see
Sis
your face
Chisholm,
again.
thank you, ma. Good
How's
afternoon
the
from here.
children? Good
They are
afternoon.
fine. They are fine. All of us are fine.
Happy Children's Day to them.
Thank you.
So, as I was saying, the first one entered like that, and it was a mistake, which I don't even want to believe it is a mistake. It's just like people that will end up inviting their boyfriend to their traditional marriage, or trying to go and visit them a week to or 2 days
To do last
eh,
day of
to do the last send off. Now here they hear all this rubbish. When we were growing up, how will you even be keeping a boyfriend and people will know like that? That you will go and send him off, send fortnight. Hey, Allah Maje. We have seen rubbish. Okay, the first one now happened, and you still went out and did the second one, the third one. Probably she's getting ready for the fourth one. And the idiot, sorry to use that, is somewhere hustling, putting food on the table. My husband is a footballer. My husband is rich. Probably he bought her car, or is treating her well. Even if he's not treating her well, you have no reason whatsoever to do this long life everlasting mistake. Is it not better that you slap the man than doing him like this? Is it not better? He I don't know what I can use to explain this kind of pain. How about these children in the long run? They will grow to hear that our mama born us from somewhere and our papa was angry and decided to leave. Or the so-called papa, because they have not even told us who is now the real person. What a generational mistake. Let's not even use that word mistake. It's on purpose. Americans will always be like, it's on purpose. She knew what she did. That woman can buy this man anytime. Thank God it was even discovered, because if she was the first to discover the result, she can buy him. We will just be hearing that the man don't buy, because she will not like this story to go far. It's not right at all. It's not right.
And that takes me to when I was in it, when I first started that, entrusting your entire money, finance with relative, close relative or spouse. Now we had the lady's lawyer. She's the one.
Who is echoing? Are you the one echoing or Funke? Funke, are you muted? Okay, thank you.
Okay, she's
Go ahead,
outside now.
Doris.
Yeah, I was saying that in this case now, it didn't work out well with the lady being is they said she's a lawyer, so she's the one she's in control of his account. So yeah, I think let me put this on.
She's a lawyer. And you even
At the
pulled up
moment,
everything.
the whereabouts of the 3 children. Okay, the contents of the wife is verified. Okay, so from the story I had, they said the woman is the one in control of the guy's account. We also heard that there was a time that the lady has been funding Pastor Toby, and I said it earlier that there was
Hey,
news. Yeah, that
is
is
it
all
which
this.
Pastor
All
Toby,
this
the one that is in Houston?
huh?
Pastor Toby in Niger?
No, the one is a Nigerian pastor, but the one that reside here.
Yes,
Yeah. So
is a known personality
you
now.
know him very. You His
Yes.
picture is on the yeah.
Uh-huh.
You see him. Let me put this thing on you. I think you might
That she's
remember.
funding Pastor Toby for what now?
Huh?
Now the church they go.
I
Hey.
don't
See
even get
Pastor
look at
Toby.
you. He's asking, is he going to the church?
Pastor Toby is Daddy Fritz personality now.
See, there was a
Hey.
time we were hearing
Story
that
still they come out.
we heard that students. There was a time some parents were out complaining, and some children, would I say, students complained that I don't know how he brainwashed them or kind of get them into his would I say corner that when they get their student loans, they go and maybe they submit huge amount of it to him. You know how some of the pastors would tell you, when you give this percent together, some of them will not even they drop out of school. That story was on for a very long time until when they now start. I think it got to a stage where they closed his church and they said they went to investigate. It was on news all then until when it was released again. I called my children, please don't go and collect loan to give to this man.
Auntie Doris, let me quickly
Drop your cent and leave. Yeah.
I will soon start our church service now.
Go
So
ahead.
what I was trying to say the other time was that a responsible woman does not have any reason to be thinking, who is the father of my child? No. And let me correct something. Yeah, I'm not here to judge anybody. This is not a matter of judging anybody. Like, oh, the woman is. I'm here to judge her. No, it's not. This is not a matter of judging nobody. I'm not judging her. I don't know her. I don't know her husband from anywhere. If the DNA is correct, I won't get anything from it, and I'm not going to lose anything from it. We are just here to discuss similar things that is happening. This one might not be true, but other things are happening. Is wherever you know that you will see. Your Bible say is where you can see that you will know. Forget about blogs, forget about Instagram. Real life issues. I used to say it a lot. Me, I grew up in the mission house, and a lot of matter where we don't say to. Some we eavesdrop to hear what they brought to us. Some my parents told us about them. Not that they are discussing people with us. They might not even tell us the names. They will just talk to us. Yeah. So I've seen a lot of unbelievable things. Real life. This is not a matter of blog. It's not a matter of IG. I've heard unbelievable thing. A married woman went out one.
Oh, this internet.
Internet. She's in Nigeria now. She's in her car.
This internet, it is well.
She will come back.
Yeah.
She's frozen. Yeah. She's even trying. I noticed she has been on.
She is on my dear sister. She's trying. How are you?
I'm good. How are you and the family?
Good. How is the bank holiday going? Memorial Day
Great.
going on your
Glory
side?
to God.
Is it money at your end still?
Yes, it's 10 or to 11, I think.
Bless you. It's almost 5 o'clock here. 5 p.m. here.
It's like 6 minutes to 11 a.m.
The same 6 to 5 p.m. here.
Awesome, God.
It is well.
I started by saying that if people keep bringing themselves out, you can't stop the online in-laws from talking about it. Some would even be fighting over all this online. We are not fighting over them or fighting about it, but we are trying to get the life lesson. We are trying to learn from it. When people see it that they can live anyhow life and nobody will know, forgetting that in the long run, something might lead to something. I heard that the guy did not just wake up one day to do DNA of the children. Something led to something. right?
So they found out they did it virtually. I thought maybe it could be people might just be speculating.
As I heard, one of the children needed blood or something like that.
They're always needing blood or they want to travel. So it's all the same patterns of stories. So that's why I don't want to believe the story out there. Like have they actually done the test or has it
If
crossed their
they did not do
minds?
the test, who will publish this kind of rubbish? He
Huh.
will sue them now. No, 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 no. This story has gone far. It's not a speculation again. I was watching on FB this morning a guy that was, very, very angry. That is why women should not be trusted. That was how he started.
Yeah,
Who
now
does
they don't,
that?
women as just being dragged like
Yes, we have
anything. Like
lost it. We need to do better. Our
the
our
women,
our
it's not,
our
they're not
girls,
even ashamed for being
they are
said
not though.
there. You're dating somebody, they just it's almost
Okay, check
everybody.
yourself when you were growing up. Do you even have right to publicize that you are dating somebody, that you will go and do send off for that person? As per what now? Which kind of send off?
Even the boyfriend that you have that you're not even married though. You're still trying to like, hey,
Hiding, running
hey.
away, huh? And then they go and do send forth. They even have the impetus to invite the person to their marriage.
Huh.
Eh? It's ridiculous. It's
It's well.
heartbreaking because if this guy has been a good husband and waking up one day, the children that are calling him daddy, eh, will now be hearing that they are not his. How will he forgive? Because some people will be like, he will forgive if he loves the wife. Which kind of love be that? Let's
So
be
who is that?
honest here. Which kind play be that? Then they play.
Okay.
Oh
Olufunke.
no. Welcome back, Funke. She's still there.
She joined again, so I think she's okay. She's come off again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
too late.
the effect of this DNA thing on the children, because they can say they are still very young. How old are they? Self? Yeah, 3 children anyway. So the effect on their children as well, school, parents, their surroundings, their safety, their mental health, like how are they coping? People are not thinking of this at all. She's back. Welcome back.
Hey, this they don't want me to talk, Abi. This network.
Hey.
You must talk, oh.
As I was saying, let me quickly say it. So a married man went out on a rainy day, and then she didn't go out with her car, so she had to hide for the rain. So she met other people under the shade where they were hiding for rain. That was where he met a small boy, a smaller guy to her in age, and the woman went home with this guy straight from that place where they were hiding for rain. And this guy had his way with her a couple of times. Unbelievable things that women do. Yes, because they just ran for they were just running for rain under they knew no. I mean, I don't even know what to say. And he went on with this guy, with this boy. Let me call this person a boy. And then they had whatever they had. The husband got to know about it later, but thank God it took them years before, to the glory of God, before my dad could help them to settle. I'm talking about 5 years matter. So unbelievable things. DNA was not popular back then. I knew this man would have asked for DNA, because before a couple will wake up one day, it's not a matter of boasting now, but me and my husband, we cannot have issues now, misunderstanding. My husband will now say, oh yeah, let's go and do DNA. There is something that this man would have seen in you before that will prompt him to ask for DNA. DNA is not something you just ask for because you had misunderstanding about, I want to eat for you, prepare okra for me. I want to eat your love rice, prepare fried rice. DNA has to do with this guy would have been seeing a lot of messages, a lot of things. People would have been calling him that your wife is having affairs.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
before
to
the man
say.
would have asked for DNA. DNA is not something any husband would just wake up and say, oh, I want to do DNA. It would have been
It's like
like,
it's like there are different versions to this. The one I saw on Facebook this morning, the guy was saying that one of the children was sick and they needed blood. And then after checking, there's no match. And the man was like, how can't the blood match and stuff like that? And that led to DNA. And after checking, they found out that that particular child didn't, or is
Was
not his.
his.
And the man was like, no. Can we now check for all the kids? That
Of course,
was
if one is
what
not,
I
then
heard.
they'll have to check others.
Hey.
Abby,
so
if you
the
have 3
question.
friends, you try one, it didn't work, you will try the other ones.
But what me I'm concerned about now is the fact that if they go their separate ways, this lady is going to get like half of his properties.
Why? Because she's a lawyer.
No, I think that's how they do it. If you are,
Oh,
if
legally.
you, yes, I think that's why this lady wants to do it that way, because she knows she's going to get part of his properties.
But the
But now
shame.
that,
The lady is
but
a lawyer.
what if these children are not really his own? Can
Then
she
they
still,
come married.
speaking legally now, is it still possible for the lady to get from the property since the man does not own the children?
There might be like all the wasted years. It's true that she made a mistake, but she
Yeah.
needs to be settled. But normally, she not deserve one naira or 1 cent.
Yeah, from our own side, she doesn't deserve anything. But I think how it rolls is that they still have to share. Whoever has more will have to, share. I heard the lady is a lawyer, like I said. They said she's the one in charge of the guy's account. I don't know if you can see in the this one that says something to start taking that the wife had conspired to take over his properties and as well stealing 2 Mercedes SUV cars, because they said he's been sending she was funding Pastor Toby.
Sorry, isn't this Toby the non-Pastor Toby?
Pastor Toby, the UK Toby. You're welcome. Would you stop you?
This is ridiculous.
That's the one I said.
Let
He's
them
been having
be sure
issue
of all these stories, though. Pastor Toby that's in UK, that is traveling far and near. That's Daddy Free's biggest fan.
Yeah,
Look at
Daddy
what
Free's
you
best
sent here.
friend.
You said she lied about her age, that she's 7 years older and committed adultery with Pastor Toby. That the evidence is yet to be confirmed, though. This is ridiculous. Welcome, Auntie Ju.
I hope the DNA test is done in 2 or more places before determining. So they've actually done DNA. That's I'm even so like I thought people were just speculating. That's why I was saying, these things on the effect of these things on children. That are they also thinking of it? So it seems practically, that this lady was having an affair with Pastor Toby. I don't know if you were here when I played the voice notes where she was talking to kind of getting angry at the Toby that.
Oh, you got a voice note?
There was voicemail. Let me play it here. Hold on.
Please
Let me
play. Tori no go tire us.
let me share the screen. Where am I?
And some of these places they do this test. And you just said, I don't trust some of these places they do this test because it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much.
Laurentia also said she the same thing, that she had 4 different tests done. Am I sharing the screen?
Leaked, yeah, I can see it. Leaked audio of Pastor Toby with a footballer's wife. Okay, wonder shall never end.
Like, I need you to take a rest. Do you honestly feel that I don't want to rest? See, when was the last time I spoke with you? You didn't think that I didn't call you because I wanted to rest. My balloon girls, they actually slept in my home. Everybody is up in this house. Everybody, as I'm talking to you. I've been awake since 12 mid-morning. You think people would not call, you think you deliberately didn't want to call me in order to give people chance to call me. What's that? That's heartbreaking. Like, you think I want to hear their voice before yours? The last time we spoke was in the evening. I just left you. The last message, like, we chatted. I've been sleeping.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what else to say.
It's fine.
There was this one. That one is long, so let me just stop this for now.
But that voice sounds like Pastor Toby's voice. So, hey,
yeah,
anyway,
it was,
nothing is impossible with
that's why I
internet
said
and
that. You know,
voiceover.
I've heard some voice notes. Like, said, okay, why? Who is recording who? You know, and all that. Definitely, they
wonder.
were having an affair. But is the lady having issue with her husband? That you know, too much closeness to this man of God as a married woman, and
It's crazy.
something else is creeping in, and you know. Your husband is a footballer. I don't know if you heard what Funke was saying, that they said footballers they will advise them not to be too much. They shouldn't be too intimate, you know, so that it doesn't weaken
They
their
have
performance.
they need
And all
strength
that.
to
People will
play.
come up with different things. But
That's
if
true.
they say that, but they do have girlfriend outside, most of them as well, and they, you know, they mess around.
So sad.
Thank you, Uju Talk Show, for your comment. I thought today's your, is it, do you guys also have you're also having bank holiday at your end? I thought it's only at Chisholm area.
No, the whole US Memorial Day.
Okay. Well done. We have our own bank holiday too, so almost all of us. That's fine. Yeah. So
Oh, what's the celebration in UK?
it's May bank holiday.
Meaning?
Take it off. Stop it. Please carry on. I'm coming, please. Thank you. I'm sorry. I had to attend to my son. Chison, are you still here? Hello. Okay, if you guys can still hear me, sorry I had to go and attend to my son. We're home, bank holiday as usual. So yeah, you're welcome. Hello again. Thank you. So yeah, someone was asking me, do we have holiday? Yes, we do have bank holiday today. Workers' Day holiday. So some people will work, of course, when they say bank holiday, while some would not, depending on where you're working, anyway, your field. But me, I'm at home today. Thank God, to the glory of God. So I was also saying, is it okay to entrust all your finance with a family member, a close relative, your spouse? Now that I heard that the lady is as being the one in control of the guy's money, so it was easier for her, or it would be easy for her to clear his account. And they said she's been funding Pastor Toby. Like we heard that Pastor Toby, has been in one scandal or the other with money issues. So today is a good guy. Tomorrow he will pull his stunts. We don't know what is happening. Like, is it okay? People will say, "Oh, is it not okay? It's okay for you to at least your family member will have your interest at." And we do have family members that also disappoint. So is it advisable that you just try and do 50-50 in case this one mess up the other? Maybe you gain on the other side. What if both of them mess up? Because some people might not be lucky that even the trusted one of the spouse, your relative messed up, then the other party to mess up. Who is Pastor Toby? Pastor Toby is a Nigerian UK pastor, UK based pastor that let me show you his picture. Let me in. I'm not seeing you. You're here. 510. Can you hear me, son? I can. You're in this. Would I say you're in the studio already? You're here already, but I can't hear you. So maybe you want to come in, step out, and we will use the link again. Okay, you're off now. You're welcome, Oyoyo. Who is Pastor Toby? Pastor Toby is a Nigerian UK-based pastor. He used to be Freeze's kind of number one friend that is always let me see if I can put this on. Maybe you see his face. If it's on the screen, you will see. Yeah, this is him here. Let me try and look for another picture of him on Facebook. You'll be able to get him. Okay, I'll share this. Maybe you can see it. Let me share screen. You're welcome back. You are welcome back.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So I heard your question. You said, is it okay to, give access, everything, all the access to your financial standing to your spouse? Or are you going to like do 50-50 in case your spouse messes up and then maybe your brother will? Right. That kind of question is because things have really gone wrong. Who does that? I thought when we marry, we say for better, for better. Because I don't believe in for better, for worse. That you will be afraid to hand over the paper of properties to your wife, or you woman that you have something, you are still hiding it. You don't want your husband to see them because you want to hold it as plan B, eh? Something to fall back at. Hey, may God help us. So
Amen. So that's what Pastor Tubi looks like. If you maybe that will help. Let me go to comment section.
that
Sorry.
is Daddy Fritz, biggest
Yeah.
celebrity. And
Next
one thing about him is that I don't
person.
know if he's really a practicing pastor or he's just called Pastor Toby. Does he have a church?
He has a church. That's why I said it was, I think, last year or so. They said some students were out and some parents were lamenting that he is would I say manipulating, persuading. I don't know how he got his way into student that their student loan. The student loan that they get, university students. They would
So
give him the
our students are
majority.
getting loans now.
Pardon me?
So Nigerians now do receive loans.
Here, UK.
Oh, over there
He's
in
based here.
UK.
You know, he's
Okay.
based here.
Yeah, I know he
Yeah,
comes
so when they
often
get
and on.
student loan, some of them are giving him the money or the majority part of it. So some of them will drop out of school because they can't fund their fees anymore. They've given the money to Toby or the church, wherever, and the complaint was would I say overwhelming? In a nutshell, his church was closed for a while. They said we're going to do investigation. I think he was smart enough that he wasn't being paid directly. And I called my children, please, I don't I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay. Do you understand? Like these children, do you think this money is free? They are going to start paying back once they start working. It's a
Yeah.
loan. Like who does why would you as a pastor be I don't know what's preaching, what word are you telling them that is they
Yeah.
so then God will bless them bountifully and they are dropping like no
With
with
with loan.
students that some
Do
of them were
you
now dropped
pay?
out, some refuse to go
Oh
back to
no.
school, some believe that his own lifestyle is what they want to live. So that was one of the reasons they closed his church then. It was in the news for a while. Even I saw Freeze interview him and he was saying, oh, that they will find nothing. I watched that place. I remember vividly, say they will find nothing, that there's not. I said to myself that because you know
Wow.
your way around. But
Wow.
today he has a dirty hand, tomorrow he has a clean fruit. That's what Toby has been
You
on.
know that the freeze knows how to tell stories, but to tell stories about
His people,
Pastor Toby will be a little bit hard because
yeah,
this not his personal person.
his
As
personal
in
personal.
when freeze travels, these are the people
That's
that
where it goes to.
make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's also it
Mhm.
funds him sometimes, and he was even the one that wed him. No, I think he was his best friend on when he was getting married to doing the formal wedding with his current wife. As in Freeze,
Oh.
I'm talking about Freeze. So you
Mm.
said what is Freeze saying about that? I watched few of his this thing. He was just interview people. He now said, but what he can vouch for, at least that he was saying with 100,000 that he can specifically say it wasn't Toby that owns the children. So in a nutshell, he's agreeing that they were having an affair.
Hmm.
So when that day I was driving and I heard that this, I just told like he annoys me like
Hmm.
like what is all this now? Eh? What is all this? He said
Rubbish talk.
I can say he's not the one that owns the three children, or at least so. Maybe he said maybe the all three children something maybe at all to the three children or the all of them. But
Maybe he
it's
has
at
one
least
out of the three. Imagine the kind of
as,
dirty
as in
story
he's
that
having an affair. That's
Emma's
the thing.
people
He's
will
also
be
married
telling.
now.
God
So
forbid.
he's confirming that Toby is having an affair, but Toby is also married. Sorry, I'm calling him by him. Pastor Toby.
I don't know. Not be me give him pastor, but
The Pastor Toby
that's unheard of.
he's also married. It's not like oh he's a divorcee or something. He's also married. So what's happening? What are you guys talking about? So all these things that they said he uses the footballers' money to also get him some cars, fund his crazy lifestyle. There was a time he was showing his cars, his clothes, his shoes. I watch him sometimes. As a parent, you will still be saying to yourself, I hope my children will not go and donate money. That's
Hmm.
what's coming to my anytime I'm like, hey. I even told my yesterday when she came, I said, do you know this pastor stop beating us is coming online again? He said, Mommy, I don't go to church.
Hmm.
As a parent, you have to you have to check like this man, this guy, and you know what? He's unapologetic about it. He doesn't care. By the time he's going to grant interview, he can just say that he doesn't know what is wrong with these people. He just talk like, hey,
Anyhow,
hey,
as if it doesn't matter.
yeah, like there's nothing they can do. He has everything planned. He will say it sarcastically. Just read a little about him. You just read it, or you're asking me to telling me to read. Pastor Toby is sarcastic about. He's sarcastic about the whole thing. Wahala.
You know he plays with everything. That this one, not be play.
Side chicken is becoming a norm. That's it. The way he talks, like that even when Fizz was interviewing during those when his church was closed down, he was on the news then, and he said, oh, they'll find nothing. Oh God, if you see how my tummy just do me. Like I'm not against you, but it's just the way he was talking. Like he said, you will find nothing. So sometimes when you know how things were being cleared or how careful, and the people that are working with him, so definitely they know what they are doing. But I could remember watching some students, they were crying, that they dropped out of school because they this one, and some people were saying, oh, did they force them? We know we're going to face the children. For were you being forced? Why didn't you speak to someone? But I'm thinking, as a student at this age, what is pastor taking that huge amount from? Or student is donating that amount of money and not going to school? Now they are dropping out of school. Do you understand? So it caused that they need to investigate and ask question, what's happening? It's not just one person. Even some parents were lamenting. Do you understand? So, but maybe his own children will grow up now.
So sad.
It's so sad though. Like the children DNA thing. Unfortunately, if it's the truth that they've had DNA, I want to believe that before they start screaming out, they must have maybe tried to do it somewhere else. Where's my charger?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Do it somewhere else. Is the effect of all this thing on the children is what I'm even concerned with, because we can think one they are very strong, they are not, or they will think they don't know. They will get to know. People will tell them story. They will read things on social media. Their friends will look at them. They will they might get they might withdraw at school as well, in the way they play, eat, or interact. In so many things, because they see things, they hear things. People are looking. They could sense something is happening. But these parents, I think their priority is who is going to win. They would have forgotten the effect of all these things on the children. But I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. That's what they will be thinking of. Who want to outshine the other, or who knows the person pass? Who gets more power? Thank you. Pardon me. Okay. Is he the same pastor that disgraces choir? Yeah, he was the one that disgraces choir members last year when they were singing, and he just stood up and he said that they should stop. That the song they are singing, that they are making him to sleep, is boring. And even when he was dragged online, he still came back later to say he's not sorry about it. As in, I'm telling you, he's that arrogant. Wow. He's not arrogant. Like, he can be sweet sometimes. When I mean sweet, like, you can hear that he's doing something for some youth, or he did something, you're like, okay, that's good. That's why I said 1 minute his hands are stained, the next minute his feet are washed. I don't know. He is the same person. Choir member for singing song he said wasn't filled with God's presence. Oh, is that what he said? I thought he said he was feeling sleepy. That song was making him sleep. He's feeling yeah, Jesus Christ. I am off today. I have a live stream. Okay, I see. Okay, what time is your live stream? The other day, as I was coming in, you were going off. Oh, okay, I see. Auntie Juby, sister, yo, hello, Funke, everything going on. He's the same person now, so definitely he is having an affair with the lady, and I'm just wondering what's the Pastor Toby's wife will also be going through in the house if she hears this kind of or she's seeing this type of things online as well. Me, I said I would not use more than 1 hour. Oh God, it's almost 1.5 hours. If she's saying this online, would she not have a second thought of, if this woman can do this to this man, she should recall what she's done to, maybe to protect the Toby himself, the Toby, and should she start withdrawing how she's showing support? I don't even know. You're welcome. You said 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
I
Or...
don't know, 12 or 11. I'm just chillaxing here. It's like
Okay, what? So if your that you mean in 1 hour, yeah?
What was that?
Do you mean in an hour? Because ours here is almost 5:30. So,
oh, yours is 5:30. All right. I don't know, my sister. Either 11 or 12. I think I put it for 12 p.m. 12.
oh,
I
okay.
wanted
You
to have
already
this same live
scheduled.
streaming Saturday, last Saturday at 12 p.m. Because the title is Side Chicken is Becoming a Norm. I didn't even know that this man's story is out. Side chicken is becoming a norm.
Yeah.
And what the Bible says, let the marriage bed be undefiled. I've posted it now. I wanted to have it on Saturday, but my dear, I had a lot to cook. Oh. I said, let me just cook everything for the week, So I couldn't. I just rescheduled it. But concerning this man, thank you for telling me. No, because I saw that story. Was it last year when he said, yeah, you are right. He said it was making him sleepy. Meaning it's not filled with the power of the presence of God. When a song makes a pastor sleepy.
Even if you see the way he stopped them that day, I think I even posted the video that time. That was saying that's so rude.
That means that song is not powerful enough.
Yeah,
but you know
it's not
what?
bubbling for him.
They'll only give you what they receive. If the man of God is not drenched with the presence of God, let me tell you, many people don't have a discerning spirit. If you have a discerning spirit, you can look at something. What was that?
Your live stream, I just checked.
12, is it 12 o'clock? 12, yeah. Thank you.
In 2 hours time. So when you guys mentioned your 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I can't get confused. So I have to go and check now.
Yeah, yes. So people should pray for discerning spirit. There are lots of them out there. Side chicken, my dear, is becoming a norm. And I'm going to talk about it. And people are not doing anything about it. Even in the body of Christ, people that call themselves Christians, it's happening a lot.
And a lot is happening. Isn't it that pastor too that was even dealing with children, and the wife was taking them to go and take the thing out? That
I have a video there.
They've messed up.
I have a video, big video there. You know that that story actually broke 2020. It resurfaced this 2020.
It resurfaced again.
I have a video. I made a video there, and my thing is, okay, think about it now, my dear. These children went through this, and it was their parents that brought them. So the thing is, parents should be very careful. We trust these pastors. We call them pastors. Man, no, don't leave your child with anybody. And we should tell our children, inform our children, if anybody touches you in a way or does come and tell me. But because the parents took the pastor as their God, the children were so afraid to tell them what this man of God, this person you believe in so much, is doing to them. One of the children was saying that she was virtually drinking soap.
Yeah, because she wants to clear everything about the man of her system.
Exactly. Yeah, I have that video there. Because I saw it. I felt that people should learn a lot. Mind who you take your children to. Because these children are helpless. You're the ones to protect them. Don't trust people so much based because they are pastors or because they are the ones that are really hurt the kids. I can use some words here because it's YouTube, They're the ones that really do things to them. And they cannot tell you. Have the sending spirit. There are these preachers that I'll see on TV, my spirit will just do bam, bam. I'm like, why am I not? They have the crowd. Why am I not aligning with this person? Give it time. Months or years later, oh, this man is this. I said, oh, that's why. So some of them are false. Many are false, and they're not seeing side chicken as anything. And we women, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? You have a husband.
Is I think they take it as their responsibility to cover the man, or they must join to show that they are committed. They
Yeah, now she's going to jail now. They are sharing it, isn't it? She's even lucky. The wife is lucky that they gave her 11 years. The husband 34 years. You're supposed to be protecting those children, and you're helping your husband. Knowing that he has gotten them pregnant, you're taking them to, Just think, I don't even want this. Think about it. A child that you went for holy bath. Hey, Chineke, which one is holy bath again?
Yeah, now they were. That's where they can have access to their body. It's like deliverance.
I'll be there with my child, or if you're giving my child holy bath, I'll stay there. And
It's like
even allow
deliverance.
you.
You know, some of them will tell you, drop the children, you go and come back. They know what they're doing.
No, I don't.
And these children that they even tell that when someone touches you this way, these people would have threatened them that if you speak, this is they even use their parents sometimes to, that if you say, I will know your parents will this one will happen to them. They are afraid. You're welcome, Lady Posh.
But what business does a pastor, man, has with baiting young girls? Do you understand?
Yeah.
What business?
And their wife would take the children to them, even in their bedroom, and shut the door.
What business does he have? A man should not be baiting young girls. A man should not be baiting women at all. If they must do that, if they must do that holy bath, a woman should be bathing a woman. Do you understand? Just like when you go for this check, now they still do it in Nigeria, and I'm like, why? You raise your hand, they'll pat you, bang, 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 everywhere. There is a woman doing it to women. Do you understand? Yeah. So what business does an old man, 60 years old, that's when they caught him up. He did it when he was younger. Why will they allow a man to be bathing young girls? And not even girls, even the boys that he baited, he did something to them too.
He touched them.
One of the boys. To tell you the mentality, parents should sit up. Parents should just open their eyes, especially Nigerians. Everything about Christian deliverance. This one.
They are too gullible when it comes to pastors.
Very gullible. Very gullible. Some of them have impregnated lots of kids.
Did you remember the case of a pastor? What's that pastor that? Oh God! It was just a few months ago, or ending of last year. Pastor Chibuzo, the one that funded those children dancing. We've not heard anything again. For now, they've kept quiet for. They were trying until the man started showing that he was collapsing on the way to to get to the place.
And just like I said, that is the topic for today. My side chicken is becoming a norm. They don't see anything wrong in it anymore. And when you see pastors, all they do is preach about prosperity. They don't talk about sin, because in churches you don't hear people talking about sin anymore. How can you talk about sin when you're indulging in it? Do you understand? How can you tell men stop, or women stop committing adultery when you're doing it? Because your side chicks are inside that church watching you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So everything about church now is prosperity, how to move forward and all that. And there are lots of stuff happening in Nigeria. Sin everywhere. Every nook and corner. HIV now is just spreading like crazy. Do you understand? And then you cannot differentiate between a Christian and a non-Christian. Everybody, I'm a Christian. but they live the life as unbelievers, as non-Christians. So how do you differentiate? And the church where you're going to go and be saved, where you're taking your children to, where you think you'll be safe, is where they are taking advantage of your kids. It's hurtful. It's very hurtful.
That's why
And
some
it's not
people
only
they don't
and it's
believe
not-
in churches anymore.
and it's not only in Nigeria, it's many churches here. One day to break, oh, but our pastor, the side chick came out to confess. I'm like, oh, wow. What have you been doing? It's not, we are humans, I understand. But we hold them in high esteem. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We hold them in high
I
esteem.
believe that whatever they say, they have said, as if the pastors, they must do. They don't question anything. They don't screen it. Maybe it's okay or not. They just take them as the God.
And people don't understand that whatever you are under, that comes over you, to tell you the truth. Those one living that life and they are laying hands on you, that's what they are transferring on
I
you.
think most of them are also doing. They are responding to it out of fear.
Yeah, laying hands and whoever. That's the thing. That's what. Okay, that time that man Toby was saying, oh, that your son was putting me to sleep. I looked at him. I'm like, you are even you're sleeping as a pastor.
Where they were
Because-
screaming, singing, is the sleep. Imagine there's Michael. They're not just singing with and you're sleeping. You're feeling
But you
sleepy.
understand the sleeping that I'm talking about? He's dead
Yes,
in the
now.
spirit. He's dead in the spirit, because they can only give what they are getting from him. Do you understand? I don't know. Yeah. If the
I get you
pastor,
now.
if the pastor is clean and is how he's supposed to be, it trickles down. The
Meaning he's
people
not
will be
awake
like that.
spiritually.
Yeah, exactly. He's not awake spiritually. He's dead. That's why they were offering him that dead, the song that the dead song. A pastor that is in line with God, that is
And
that
these
is on
people will still
fire
come back
for
the
the
next Sunday and
gospel.
be there.
Yeah, for the gospel, you see it in his congregation. A congregation, a pastor that is full of the love of God, that lives right, that does what God has called him to do. You will see it in his congregation. That's the truth. There are some churches you get in, you're like, oh my God, this place is happy. It's a happy place. Look at the pastor. The pastor is a bubbling, happy person, because you cannot give what you don't have. Do you understand? And our people, it's time for them to wake up. Time for them to wake up. Ask for a discerning spirit. If you feel that this thing or this pastor, there's something wrong, don't expose your children to that pastor. Like, okay, this man now, he's going to, they sent him to 34 years imprisonment, which is, I applaud the UK government for doing that. But some of those kids are now ruined. They have to go through therapy.
Yeah.
They have to go through therapy. That's why parents, and sometimes, they're all saying the pastor is doing this. Let's go. You keep your children because you trust them. You trust them. Don't trust anybody. You can only trust yourself.
They should trust me first before I would. They should trust me with their own money and everything too before. It's not with what we've been hearing and people that I know that they've dealt with. No, it is well.
Yeah, that Pastor Toby, even if he likes, because he's been sarcastic about it. Do you know what he posted? All my children, let them come home. Can you believe that? In the midst of us, I know I have some children missing. All my children should come home. Sarcastically, trying to say that he has children everywhere because he's a pastor.
That all is he can even want to, like, how do I say it? Just to make people feel like what he meant is all the people in the church, they are his children,
That's what it is. That's why that's why he's trying to say. And some people were replying, say, Papa, yes, you are my father. I need visa to come home.
Hey, yeah, shake it, Hey.
Did you just speak in tongues?
Yeah.
So he's making nonsense. He's just being sarcastic about it. But let me tell you, the truth will prevail. That's just
Definitely.
something. The truth will prevail. Let him, if he likes, let him not come out. And if there is having the voice note you played, for him to be replying a girl like this, oh, I'm sorry. Who is the girl? Is she your daughter? Is she your wife? Why will you be talking to somebody like that?
Even
that means
imagine
they
the way
have
the lady
something
was
going
talking
on.
to him. You will know, and this one has passed just you
It's
say,
not-
do you think I want to hear their voice first? You want to hear his voice now?
Now, wahala.
I said DNA or no DNA. The father is a pastor and is married. Then this confirming from Freeze. What Freeze said when I was listening to this, when he said, "Oh, he can say the three of them are not his children." At least I just zoom my phone to the next. I zoom it off to next
But
live stream.
Freeze is a
It's
controversial
annoying.
man now. Freeze will always protect those. Remember when he was showing us that 419 man? What is his name again? That is in jail.
Hush, push, baby, Oris. You see this Freeze, eh? Ha!
Remember when he was showing us that
Freeze
fake
now,
man?
Krupo.
Krug, I know now. He's not straightforward. It's the people that are following him. And you see how they scatter. That's why, let me tell you, whatever you do, let it be unto the Lord. If it's not God, when he came.
Oh, internet. Okay, you're
Okay,
back.
it's Old Testament.
It's gone off again.
Why are you dragging it? Why are you making it a big deal? Oh, yeah. And then he will go to rich men. Do you tithe? They'll say, no, I don't tithe. And then one day, he was growing. They were spreading. One day he preached love. He said that they said Suleiman that he was dragging, that they're now friends. People gave him woto. That was why many left him.
He said if they can pay for his platform, that he will stop talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it
Really?
now. He said if they can pay for his platform, I said this platform starts from 2 million to 10 million. If they pay that, you start talking about. So of course, what he's saying is that once I start talking about you, if you can give me money to silence me, I'll stop talking. If not, I'll carry on. Yeah, the one thing about him is that he's not hiding it anymore.
And then he's part of the side chick, That's why he doesn't talk so much about side chick. That is wife that is marrying, isn't it? She used to be his side chick, isn't it? I don't know. So that's why he talks about people that he wants to talk about. And then he presented Hush Puppy to us. And he was asking, because I watched that. He was going around, oh, Hush Puppy. And I was waiting for it to happen. And he asked Hush Puppy, do you pay tithes? Hush Puppy said, no, I don't pay tithes. He said, you see, you don't have to pay tithes to be rich. Ngwanu. Months later, down the road, Hush Puppy, 419.
Freeze. Anything money, or you give him as super gun, or what do they call it? Money gun, the super gun. Pop the pop gun that pop gun.
That prophetess Francesca came for him, and he calmed down a little bit. He said, see, you're talking about pastors receiving tithes. You where they charge, that's just what you're saying now. Charge people. Which one is worse?
He said his own, that he's making his own public, he's not hiding it. See, sometimes he's speaking the truth. Sometimes he brings out good point, but sometimes is I don't want to use the word irritating. Then it will spill something and I'll have instant belly ache. Like my tummy will
when he was telling people that his God will understand when you fornicate.
Really?
I laughed.
Really?
Yes, he said, this God is not a bad God. Just tell me, maybe you have a girlfriend for how many years? In the sight of God, you guys are married because you're. So God will not be upset if you guys come together. I'm like, wow, wow, wow,
Mm.
wow, wow. So it's like preaching that. So you're giving people license to, yeah,
Those
because
ones
that
that are
day,
calling him daddy, that they are doing internet daddy. I hope he will not be the one to bless them, join their this thing and their union, so
but
that nothing. Oh,
but
there's this
he
one I
can.
used to see. He will call one is Ada. He has some of this lady that they call him daddy,
Oh
spiritual
yeah,
father.
yeah.
And I was just saying to my, if you want to tie the knot, you better don't let priest.
He will be tying it. But the
Like
thing,
the way Ada is going, it seems it's priest that is going to help him.
yes,
Help
so
her.
yes, so and he's the one directing them to do all those sort of things. Let me tell you one thing. They forget that last day, freeze go stand to give account to.
Hmm.
Everybody go
They will,
stand.
everybody goes. We go see for queue now.
That is why it's important you know God for yourself. You have a relationship with
I
God
said
for
a lot of people be
yourself.
surprised to see pastors on the queues.
Of course,
Or
now.
like like their baggages are
Wahala.
plenty. You say, Pastor, why is your bag this full? In fact, I have extra.
Everybody go stand. Because to them, okay, you that you say you're a pastor, did God actually call you? Did he call you? That day you go stand, you go give account just the way I'm standing. That's why when you want to run this race. So know God for yourself. Don't allow anybody, don't stand and say, oh, but my pastor said that if I have been in a relationship for years, I can fornicate. What? He will stand to give account. You will stand. That was why when Benny Hinn shared one of his dreams, the dream he had, when he had that heart problem, he shared the dream that he saw himself in heaven, no, at the gate, judgment, that they were lined up. He was lined up too. He was on the line too. And go and it was like Jesus was there, and people were going one by one. He said he was shivering. He was
There's
shivering.
no special, what is it called? No VIP.
Yeah. So somebody said, oh, I thought that when Jesus saw you, Jesus would have opened the door gate and said,
Yeah,
come
I say,
in.
come on.
Come on in, my servant. He said
Or the
he
gate will
was,
automatically open.
yeah, he said he was shivering. He was afraid. I'm like, in my heart, when he was saying that, so why are you afraid? Aren't you Jesus' boy? You guys, you talk one-on-one with Jesus. You shouldn't be afraid. You should just be running and say, Jesus, I'm here. He said he was shivering. And when it was his turn, that was when he woke up. And that was when he started talking to himself. That was when he came the first time to apologize for misleading people.
Misleading people.
And he came back again this time around last week to apologize again. So that's why I'm telling people, this race,
Now look at,
know God for yourself. All these things that you see a prophet. That's why have a discerning spirit. When they tell you something, you need to know the word of God to know whether it's true or false. Don't be gullible. They'll come and preach that time. I used to watch TV and they'll preach. They'll say, read Psalm 119 verse da. God is leading me to tell 2,000 people to donate $119 based on this reading. I'm like, this is not scriptural. They were doing it. Benny Hinn came out and talked about it and asked for forgiveness, that he was misleading people.
And now imagine those people he misled that have already gone.
Yeah, they're
in the
upset
past.
now.
Shebi he is still here to say, okay, he has a second chance. What about people that have already gone?
That's the truth, though. That's when I preach, I tell you, know God for yourself. Don't allow any man to mislead you. Have a relationship with God. Read your word to understand it. If you know those ones that it's not that you don't listen to a teacher. You need a teacher, you need a pastor, but have a discerning spirit to know when that one is leading you astray. When they start saying something you know is not biblical, don't fall for it. How do you know? Because you already know the word. You have a relationship with God, because your spirit will be nudging you. This is not right too. You know, my dear, I
True.
think I've talked a lot. Oh, sorry. But
No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. If the spirit is even telling them,
Mhm.
they have another one that is telling them is a no. So they tend to listen to the one that is screaming, no, 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 you're right, you're right. You're right, you're right, you're right. Pastor
Do you know
Toby,
how many prophets have caused problems in families and marriages because of false prophecy?
yeah.
Because it is easy to pin it on, oh, it's your uncle that is causing your failure, your lack of success. It is your wife. Your wife is from the marine spirit, because maybe she hasn't had a kid or hasn't gotten pregnant. Oh, is that your wife? She's eating the baby in her womb. Women, we've gone through a lot. And you see a man chasing his wife. Oh, it's your husband that is causing your downfall. False.
And they
And after
believe the
doing
pastors
this,
too much.
a lot. And after doing this, you will go home as a prophet, knowing that you've given false prophecy, and you chill and sleep at home. God will judge you. God will judge all of them. All of
Amen.
them. All of them.
Amen. They've broken so many homes.
Many homes. False prophecy. You look, you wonder. Very gullible people. You take everything. Oh, your business is falling because of maybe your wife is a witch. Who said?
Yeah, and the
Maybe
same
because
thing
you're
they
not
did
putting in the
to
work.
some homes, some wives and their mother-in-laws. They will say, or their mothers, they will still this same pastor and prophet that will say, oh, they are witches, they are this one. You stop talking to them. They've caused so many things. You're welcome, Joyce and Skin Crave. Thank you for coming.
My dear, if the people who are called by my name shall arise and humble themselves and seek my face, seek God. I'm not saying you don't need pastors, or you need, but let God open your eyes to the right ones. Fake
Like 10
pastors
years,
have they've caused more harm than good.
yeah. And if you check the way pastor today, pastor tomorrow, pastor, we don't hear the Muslim one as such. It's not that they don't have their own noise and scandals, but especially Nigerian ones or Black Africans one, it's like they're in competition with celebrities.
Exactly. And the thing is, anybody can wake up and say, God called me. You
Yeah,
can question them now. And
I
it's
feel
like,
like
and the,
10
and the
years ago.
competition, among these mega churches to have
Yes,
branches everywhere,
even their
every nook and corner,
buildings, you will see that.
and you can see some of them in an area they are not even in good terms, because this
Yeah,
pastor wouldn't want his member to go to
yeah.
to the other church, the same
Mm-hmm.
church with the same umbrella, but
Mm.
don't go, you are my people, don't go. But here in America, the church I attend, they will tell you, oh, we are opening another branch in so and so place. Please, if you are led to go, please go and help them start that place. You see, if you are led, please, because we'll be sending people to help start that area. But here is competition, and the thing, and they are expecting them to be giving them, ton of money. They're expecting them to be growing. And some of them, they have to do what they have to do in order to remit money. They have to give the main branch, isn't it?
Yeah, because they said they have to give, they have a percentage of money, maybe money they have to submit, maybe weekly or monthly. It's like a franchise anyway. Like over 10 years ago, I think like 10, 15 years ago, I used to think to myself, say, at least maybe they should create one day for pastors reflecting day, for them to reflect on what they've done that week, on or their members or people that they've come in contact with, to think like, okay, I think I misled this person. Like they should have a day where they reflect and But because you just be thinking, how did they sleep? Knowing, because majority of them know, they know that what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah. But when people take them as God, do you
And
understand?
they start worshiping
And,
them instead of worshiping God.
and the God that we're supposed to worship, we're not worshiping, you're worshiping your pastor. It becomes a problem, a big problem. Because they don't want to hear what God is saying. They want to hear what pastor is saying. Because to them, pastor is there for signs and
It's the
wonders.
next to God.
But they don't understand, where is that power coming from? You seek the maker. You seek the maker, not the gift. That's the problem we have now. Many are seeking the gift. They don't want the maker, or they don't want the giver of the gift. You seek the giver, not the gift. So they don't want anything to do with the giver. They want the gift. And whoever they think is dishing out the gift, like their pastors, that these fake signs and wonders they do, that's a person they worship. If so, even if God is telling them or laying it in their heart, this is not right, they don't want to. They go by what their pastor tells them. That's what you see them calling them Papa, Daddy, this, that, whatever you say, I do. But the pastor should be redirecting them to the giver, directing them to God. You're supposed to lead them to God.
Even you hear when some people are making testimony, you hear the way they are saying pastor this, pastor that.
Yeah.
They forget to, I think they ascribe most of the appreciation to human with the pastor.
Exactly. As pastors in their right sense will say, no.
Yeah,
Every
that's what
glory goes to God, not
you
me.
expect that they should say no, that they'll say, they'll just, some of them will be praising, they will raise their hand, be doing like this, like, oh God.
Yeah. Those ones are the ones that because they don't want God to strike them, they'll say no, God did it, Jesus did
Yeah,
it,
they'll
all
say
praise to
God
Jesus.
did it.
It wasn't
I'm
me.
Hey,
All
God
right,
have
my dear, I
mercy.
think I don't talk cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you
you,
for coming. I
everyone.
appreciate. Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Lady Posh, for still being here.
Oh, Lady
Thank
Posh,
you.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Joyce Anyang. Thank you. It's been a while. Hope you're well. Olufunke, thank you again for coming, and I'm sure your service has started. And Chison, thank you. Oyoyo was here earlier. Thank you. I'm rounding up. I'm going. I mean, Coach Mary, thank you for coming. Laurentia, thank you for coming up as well. And I think, Maureen was here earlier as well. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming. And in conclusion, for me, you can pray about it. Who should you entrust your money with? Entrusting your money with a relative or your spouse, the entire money. When it's getting to a stage where you don't feel safe, or you feel you have concern, I think it's best you pray about it. Go with your God instincts. You might share, because sometimes this money can also, the love of that money can push that person to silence you. You don't need to actually be on life. That person, you might still be living, but you can't even remember anything. I can understand the guy's pain if the thing that we read online, majority of them, that's a majority, or all of them, with reading the truth that the lady has squandered his money, he's been buying, using it to fund the pastor to be, and all that. And they should also remember that they have children. They wouldn't want this kind of thing to happen to them in near future as well. So for me, if it's possible, you entrust with maybe someone else as well, in case anything happen. Anyone, you guys can fall out at any time. Serious falling out. And also remember that if the person that is having an affair outside, the person you're having an affair with might also be after your own life. So that's why cheating is not, it's not nice. Apart from the disease, the everything, the other person might even want you out of the way so that they can have that person totally. Since they've made cheating a norm now, like anybody, they don't even care that they're gonna get exposed, especially the married ones. Come on now, we're talking about side chick are taking over, but now even married to married, pastors to congregation, a lot are going on. I pray our family, our children will not fall into this kind of thing. And I pray that all these people, if they so call themselves pastors and they're practicing this thing, they will be exposed to. In Jesus' name, amen. DNA effect on the children, I think it should really be considered, the mental state of those children, their well-being, what they'll be going through, what they are not able to speak about. Some of them will be living in fear. They will feel people are mocking their parents, mocking them. They might not be able to socialize. They might not be able to eat. They would withdraw in some certain couple of things. There's a lot that is going to affect those children on. And I think for couples that are having issues, finance wise or any other issue, they should also consider the children. I am not saying they should not separate because of children. Just make sure everything is well worked on. All the social media saga thing is affecting those children because they will get on the internet as well. So if people are having their issues and they feel they can't resolve it, maybe DV is already setting in, then of course, if you want to separate, you can. Just make sure you guys plan things, how to look after the children, the welfare of the children. You don't have to live together. It's just the drama on social media, what is doing to the children, just the children of nowadays. That's all I can say. I hope someone will take something on from this live stream today with what everyone have said so far, people that have come on to contribute to this topic, and people, there's something to take home there. I appreciate you all for coming. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye. I was actually looking for this charger earlier.